welcome to Lucky 7 Video Workshop. This is our fourth workshop this month. I'm going to start today's page with a sheet of stickers that I had bought. These are really beautiful watercolor stickers. Let me give you a little close-up of those. I think you can see those, but they're really, really beautiful. And they're just stickers, they're watercolor stickers. And I just place them randomly on the page. I'm going to cover these up, though, with some tissue paper. And this is the same technique that we did earlier in the Lucky 7 Video Workshop series. I'm just going to take my golden gel medium, soft gel matte. Ooh, messy. Let me throw that away. And I'm going to add these different kinds of tissue paper to it. This is actually tracing paper, and it was white. I wrinkled it, I got it wet, I scrunched it up, I added some ink to it to kind of give it a brown look and a kind of an antique look to it. But we're going to take these different tissue papers and we're going to work them over the stickers. So let's get started. You can go right on top of these stickers. Now when you put the tissue paper on top of that, tear little pieces of it. And it will kind of look, you can see through it. Get little stuff on there. Let's see how the tracing paper works. And it works great. It's a little bit heavier than tissue paper, just a little bit, but it's has some nice texture to it. Now what I've already done before I started this is I laid down the photo that I wanted to use. This is going to be the page I talked about in the video for this Lucky 7 Video Workshop number 4. Part 1, I talked about that I was going to make a page and dedicate it to my mom, and that's what this page is going to be all about. And I love this tissue paper. Isn't that pretty? A little bit of that. Now, sometimes it seems like the colors are going to be really bright, but I'm going to be kind of toning those down. And you'll see as we work along here how to do that. Now, remember in Video Workshop number 1, that you can use Mod Podge instead of the golden gel medium. That's just a little bit different texture, but it works just as well. Okay, I got my paint all covered. I'm going to give you a little close-up of that. Anyway, it's all covered with the golden gel medium and dry. And now I want to tone this down just a little bit so it's not so bold. It's going to kind of push it back into the background a little bit. So I'm going to take my Titan Buff, which is by Golden. Big bottle of this because I use Titan Buff a lot in a lot of different things. Different times you've noticed that I use my trusty little palette. And the cool thing about this palette to clean it, if I want a new place, I can just peel off this old dry paint. And sometimes I kind of like to let it get really thick with several layers of paint, because then I can just peel it right off and find new spots to work. So I kind of wanted to share that with you about this palette. I don't know if just any piece of plastic you'd be able to peel it off like this or not. Anyway, it's kind of cool. And throw that away. And now I'm going to water down the Titan Buff. So I'm going to put some on here. Doesn't take a whole lot, and I already put too much paint on. Going to get a little bit of water. And I'm just going to put a wash on this. Tone this down. Now, you aren't going to be able to see this on the camera, but when you do this yourself, you'll notice that the texture comes through that you did with the gel medium in your paintbrush. The texture will show through. Now, if any places are just too bold, you want some more of it to show through, just blot it out with a paper towel. If there's any areas that you want, like I don't want this white so bold, I'm just going with a little bit stronger than just the watered down paint. You could just slop that on. And I like how, you can have little bits and pieces show through if you want it to. Kind of like peeking through. And I add a little bit more water if I want to do some more lifting.